What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining the Tully broadcast. So in today's video, we're gonna go over the the schedule for the New York Giants. So I obviously am looking at it right now. It's about 8:10 at night on May 11th. So the schedule I'm looking at right now is, or May 12th. So the schedule I'm looking at just came out just now. I'm gonna post this video tomorrow though. It's a little late to be posting a video. I don't know how many of you guys will be watching it. So I think the best time to be posting it tomorrow. But I'm looking at the schedule, guys. And I don't know. I don't hate it. The one thing I was afraid of playing was the Chargers late in the year, and we're playing on December 12th. So that I'm a little upset that we have to play them late in the year. But our start of our schedule, I actually like a lot. I really do. I really like our schedule a lot. So let's go into a game by game kind of base, game by game. Let's see what we're looking at here. So obviously, it's season over. We've known this for a little bit now. Giants posted last night. We start off real quick by saying how ridiculous it is, how long they make us wait for this stupid schedule, and then it's May 12th, and I figured they'd be out earlier today, and they're not out until 8 o'clock at night. I gotta wait till 8 o'clock at night for you bums to release the schedule. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and so aggravating. We have to wait for that, but whatever. So we'll go into the season opener, which I think has been out for a day now, and we're looking at the Broncos. So we're gonna play the Broncos on September 12th, and guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's a dub. I do. I really do think that's a dub, which would make us 1-0. And I think it's probably the first time we've been 1-0 in a freaking long time. I think since 2016, we've been 2-0. Our first two season openers since 2011. It's the first time. So, yeah, I like that game. I like that game a lot. I like that season opener a lot. It sets the tone really early. Now, their offense is potent. I mean, you have a lot of weapons as far as, Courtland Sutton's gonna be coming back. You got KJ Hamler's a pretty good little slot kid. Jerry Jeudy, maybe he fixes drops. He's another stud wide receiver, high draft prospects. You never know with him. So you do have a lot of guys who are really highly touted. And Noah Fant, too, is another good player. Their offensive line is pretty good. Their defense is also really, really, really good with Von Miller and Bradley Chubb on the ends. And then they have solid corners, too, I believe, or. I can't exactly remember. Did they get Patrick? I believe they got Patrick. Yeah, they got Patrick Surtain in the draft too. So, they have good players. They do. They really do have good players. But the one thing they don't have, and we understand how important this is being Giants fans, they do not have a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback. Drew Lock is horrendous. And then I don't even know. And then Terry Bridgewater, I'm not afraid of either. So, didn't draft a quarterback in the NFL draft, which I thought they would. I thought they'd maybe go with Justin Fields. So they didn't do that. So I'm not really worried about that. I would be worried. So I'm going to put us down for 1-0 in this game. But now, listen here. If Aaron Rodgers, because there has been reports Aaron Rodgers would like to go to the he would like to go to the Broncos. If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Broncos, be afraid. I would definitely be afraid as a Giants fan. That would be something that would scare me. I'm not going to lie to you. So, on to our next game. I feel like this will be a pretty easy win, and I feel like it's going to be a 1-0 win, especially as a home game. It's going to be fantastic. So on to our next game with the Washington football team, if that's what they're called by the time the season starts. I don't know if they said that's going to be their name or not yet for sure. They're in a weird, they're in a weird area over there. But anyway, on to them. So they are playing them September 16th on Thursday night. It's definitely a short turnaround, but September 16th but they're going to have the same thing, so they're going to have a short turnaround as well, due to the fact they're playing on Sunday as well. So it's whatever. But we'll be playing them on Thursday night primetime football, and I'm excited for that, because to be honest with you, I think we're the two top teams in the NFL. Or sorry, in the NFC East, not the NFL. But I think we're the top two teams. There's going to be a fight between us for the playoffs. Now, it is a way, and I do want to say this is probably an L. I think this. Oh, you never know. I really don't know. I feel like it's kind of tough with the Washington football team. I'll say that we're going to go 1-1 in a division with them. With divisional games, so I'll just say we'll lose the away game. So I'll say it's an L for us. We 1-1. But actually, you know what? I'm so between this because they again also don't really have a quarterback that I'm afraid of. I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick is good and all, but that's really it. And their defense, obviously their defense is fantastic, but we were able to beat that defense up last year. So you know what? With no weapons, I think we're gonna win this game. I do. I think maybe we go 2-0 against the football team. Daniel Jones has never lost a game to them, which is obviously because he's the GOAT. He's never lost a game to them. So yeah, I can see this being a dub. Do they have a fantastic defense? Yes. Did they get some pieces as far as wide receivers go? Curtis Samuels? Yes, they did. But they don't have a quarterback, and they don't have a quarterback that I'm afraid of, especially with the fact they have Taylor Heineke and what's his name, and Ryan Fitzpatrick as your fighting starting job guys. Like, really, those are your two guys you're having to fight for starting jobs? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just not afraid of that. So, yeah, that's going to be that game. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a W as well. It's definitely a 50-50, I think, for me. I feel like the spread's probably going to be like 3+3 on that for the favorite. But, yeah, I could see that being a W. All right, on to the next game. We have the Atlanta Falcons. And now I think the Atlanta Falcons could be a good game. I think it could be, but also at the same time, I think that's going to be a dub. They do. Now, this is probably the first team. So, I'm going to have us going 3-0 in the first 3 games. I know that's going to be pretty much a hot take, but I can't wait to be proven wrong at the end of the year. I'm going to do like a reaction to this video at the end of the year. But, so I definitely think the Falcons have, they have no defense. They have absolutely no defense. They really didn't, address that in the draft either as far as, anyone that I feel like would be kind of scary pick. Now, did they get Kyle Pitts? Yes. Do they have Julio Jones? Yes. Do they have Calvin Ridley? Yes. They have all these weapons. The lineup for weapons is ridiculous. I think they have a pretty good running back too. I can't remember his name now, but yeah, they have all these weapons, but they just can't really win the game. And Matt Ryan is a little bit at the tail end of his career. I like Matt Ryan. I like Matty Ice. I just don't really see him being a great quarterback. And he's not a guy who I'm afraid of, to be totally honest with you. I'm just not afraid of that. I don't really see them being scary. Their offense, this is probably the best offense we played in the first 3 games, just due to the fact that they have an actual quarterback, and all the other teams don't have a quarterback. So the first 2 teams that we played don't really have a good quarterback that I'm actually afraid of. But I just don't really feel like this team is good enough, especially with that defense. I don't think that defense is really good, and I think it should be a pretty solid dub. Okay, so now on to the Saints. And this one, especially saying that it's an away game, it's our second away game. I'm gonna give us our first L. I'm gonna have us going 3-1. Now, this game could go our way. It could go our way if Jameis Winston is not the guy. It really could. Or if Taysom Hill, is not really that good either, which I don't think he is. But that game could go our way if they're not the guys. Now, I don't think it's going to, because I think Jameis Winston obviously is a good quarterback. He has produced pretty well. The guy got LASIK eye surgery, so you never know. Maybe that actually is exactly what he needed in order to become like his, because his eyesight was horrendous, if you guys remember. But maybe that's exactly what he needed. I do like Jameis Winston. He went 30 for 30 as far as 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. So, hey, that's pretty electric. But if he's not the guy, I don't know. I don't think that the team would be great then, obviously, if he's not the guy, but they just have... I think in general they're a better team than us. They have better defense, they have better offense, they have better offensive weapons. They have Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, they have studs. So I'm not... and then also I think Sean Payton, although I love Joe Judge, I think Sean Payton's been around for a little longer, obviously, than Joe Judge. I think he's a better coach, better seasoned coach. And I think he's probably going to be better in general. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be our first L. Now, on to the Cowboys. And the Cowboys, I think, an instant game. Because the Cowboys, now, yes, did they address defense? 100%. I think they did. They did address defense a lot in this draft. So maybe that is what they need, because they obviously did seriously really need defense and not offense. It's probably the first time Jerry Jones has ever went with a majority defensive approach. So that's probably the first time he's ever done that. But we go 1-1 with the Cowboys in the division. So I'm going to have us going 3-2 with the first 5 games. And hey, guys, as Giants fans, we haven't had that in a while. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's that bad. I think that offense is pretty good, too. Dak Prescott's back. But now, me and my dad were talking today. You do have to wonder, can Dak come back from that injury? Because that injury that he suffered against us was insane. If you remember, his ankle was going a 90-degree angle the other way. So can he come back from that injury is a big question for this year. And we're going to obviously know pretty soon. I mean, obviously, I would assume he probably can. I'm assuming the Cowboys know, he's good because they gave him a crazy, $40-something million contract. So they know. So I'm going to go with he's going to be able to come back. He will be healthy. I think we're going to beat him at home, though, when they come to us. So that I'm really excited for. But, yeah, there's that. So now I was going 3-2. And now we play the Rams. And the Rams, ladies and gentlemen, I am terrified. Quite frankly, I am really terrified, especially because they have Matt Stafford. And that defense is ridiculous with Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. So, yeah, that team is pretty good. And I'm not going to lie, I think they're probably Super Bowl favorites. Now, it is a home game, and I think Saturday's going to be our first home loss. So I'm going to have us going 3-3 with the first 6 games on a 3-game losing streak. And it stinks that we have to lose because I think that team's going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do. Because, again, I truly do believe, I think that Rams team could be is probably the Super Bowl contender in my mind. Probably for the NFC. Because I think with Matt Stafford, I think he's a great quarterback. Then you have, they picked up that Tutu guy who apparently is pretty solid. They picked up, obviously they have Robert Woods. They have that Cam Akers kid's looking to make the next step into being an elite running back. So they have a lot of players that are really good. Okay, now on to the next game. Just got pulled up here, sorry. Okay, yeah, so now we play the Carolina Panthers. And I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to be a pretty easy win. I like Sammy D, I love Sam Donald, right? But I think that team's they're just not there yet. They're not really ready. Do they have CMC? Yes, I mean, he's a great player and everything. So they do have that, and I do have to pay attention for that. But I don't think that team is ready to play us. I don't really like that team. Sam Donald, I'm not really sure is that great of a quarterback. And I don't really know what else they have there. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that's probably going to be a W. So that's going to be our first W in the first in 3 games. So now I have us going 4-3, which is, okay. About 500, which is something I want to see. So, yeah, I think that we could beat the Carolina Panthers, especially if that's at home game and stuff like that. And, ladies and gentlemen, on to the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is going to be a tough one. This is really going to be a tough one, especially because it's away on a Thursday night. I would almost argue, I don't think anyone would argue with me, that's going to be one of the hardest games we play. That's going to be probably a most definite loss. Monday night, primetime football. Who knows if the team is ready for that or not, but, Patrick Mahomes is playing 2 back-to-back Super Bowls. The guy can play under prime time. Daniel Jones cannot. Even though I love Danny Dimes, Patrick Mahomes is obviously a better quarterback than him. I think it's going to be a tough loss, or a tough game, so I'm definitely going to go with that's definitely a loss. Maybe we'd have a shot if we were playing them home at like a 1 o'clock game, but if you're playing them away on the Monday Night Football, listen, I'm going to be super excited, but I don't think it's going to go too well. And actually, I believe it's the first time Pat Mahomes has ever played the Giants since he's been the starting quarterback for the Chiefs. So I think as Giants fans, we've been pretty lucky that we didn't have to face his wrath of terror. But, guys, sadly, now we do. Now it is time for us to face it. So, yeah, I'm going to go with this probably a pretty easy win for the Chiefs. And I think they're going to beat us. All right, on to the Raiders now, and that's a home game. It's a long trip for them, especially because they might have jet lag, yada, yada. I think this is going to be a W, so I have us going 5-4. I don't like the Raiders. I don't like Derek Carr. I don't think that defense is that great. I don't think that offense is really that great either, to be totally honest with you. Josh Jacobs is really the only guy that I'm kind of interested in. I think is interesting. And even that, I've heard a lot of people say, he's not worth any kind of place. I do a dynasty league, and one of my friends has him, and he kind of tried to get rid of him. So, yeah, I think that's probably going to be an easy win. Especially it's a home game at 1 o'clock. I don't see that being really kind of close at all. I really like our odds against the Raiders. Okay, now on to, we have our bye week, so we have week 10. We can take a little break. That's great. And then obviously we go, again, another Monday night game against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie, I also think it's probably an L. I think this is going to be an L, especially it's a Monday night game. Although, you never know, because we played them on a primetime game. I can't remember if it was Monday or I think it was Thursday night, because we did our vintage jerseys, we did our retro jerseys. So, and we were to the end of the wire with them. And again, I always think that when we were to the end of the wire with some of these teams, it was with Sterling Shepard being our number 1 receiver, or Evan Ingram being our number 1 pass threat, without Saquon Barkley. So, it's going to be a hard game 1,000%. I think that was at a time when Tampa Bay didn't have that much confidence in themselves and stuff like that, and they didn't really understand what the team they could be. Now they do. Now they understand what they're going to be. They understand the team they have. They understand who they are. They won a Super Bowl. They have nothing but confidence. They kept the same team pretty much as the Super Bowl roster, which is crazy. I don't really know if that's ever really happened. So yeah, this probably going to be an L, especially on a late primetime game against Tom Brady. It's tough. So I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was right now at 5-5, which is okay because you know what? I think the schedule starts to lighten up a little bit more. Okay, so now on to the Eagles. This is going to be a murder. I'm going to put a W, and I'm going to friggin' emphasize that W. That's going to be a murder against the Eagles. We are going to destroy the Eagles. And we're going to destroy the Eagles not once, twice this year. And it's not going to be close. This is our first. It's going to be a home game against the Eagles, November 28th. I believe that's actually when I think that's the Sunday before my classes start for Thanksgiving break. I don't really give a crap. I want to go to this game. I want to watch us stomp the Eagles. I hate the Eagles who play on 1 o'clock. I wish I was a primetime game because we would murder the Eagles and we would show the entire America how we murder the Eagles. I cannot wait to destroy the Eagles, and I don't think it's going to be a close game at all. That's a win. We'll go on to the next game. So now on to the next game. We play Miami. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to call me crazy here? I think that's a win. I really do. So that makes us 7-5 now. And I don't like Miami. I don't like Tua. They don't really have a quarterback. I don't think Tua's that good. I never really thought he was that good coming out of college. And I continue to not really think he's that good right now. I don't really like him that much. People call me crazy for not liking him when he came out of college. And now people are starting to hop on my bandwagon. My cousin used to think I was ridiculous thinking that Tua wasn't that good. But yeah, I don't think Tua is that good. And yeah, I really do see us kind of beating them, especially because if I don't give a quarterback, I think you're screwed. I think we have better weapons than them. I think we have a way better running back than them. Our defense, I think, is way better than them, to be honest with you, too, especially with Pat Graham running that defense. He's an absolute genius, and he's just got more weapons and more stud players so that he can run that defense perfect. Now, again, this is all in contention that we stay healthy. Because, if Kenny Galladay and Saquon Barkley go out in the first 3 weeks or whatever, then yeah, this is gonna be another tough year. So yeah, but this is in contention that everyone stays healthy. I'm sure I'm praying to God everyone will. I'm not gonna say I'm sure because that's ridiculous. I pray to God everyone will. I hope they do. But yeah, this is contention that they stay healthy. I think we can beat the Dolphins. Now on to the Chargers. And like I had said before earlier in the video, I didn't want to play the Chargers. I didn't want to play the Chargers late in the year. I really like Justin Herbert. And they have a new coach there and stuff like that. So with that new coach, usually the first year is kind of tough for the new coach, especially the first week. They usually start to play not that great. They usually don't play that well. They want to try to figure it out. New coaches, new offensive systems with young quarterbacks usually doesn't work out too well. I'm going to say this to W2, put on his 3-game win streak. But in all fairness, guys, this could easily be a loss. They have a pretty good defense, especially with Joey Bosa, and Derwin James, if that guy can stay healthy. I don't know how their corners are looking, though, anymore, especially I think Casey Hayward is out now. But Justin Herbert is the legit, real deal. I just think that new coach, new offense, new everything might take a little bit for them to all understand. And I think that you're going to see the Chargers have a tough year, but look good. I think the Chargers are going to be like us, where we had a tough year, but there was signs of growth, especially towards the end. So, yeah, I bet we kind of beat them. Now, on to the Cowboys. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, I think the Cowboys, like I said before earlier in the video, I said we're going to go 1-1 against them. So, this is going to be our win. It's going to be a home game. It looks like it's going to be just a 1 o'clock game. So, it's a home game Sunday night, December 19th. I think we can easily beat them. We beat them last year. I don't really like them. I don't think they're that good as far as defense goes. And I don't think their defense is going to get any better. But we have to see. But, yeah, I like our chances. I think we're going to go 1-1 against them. And then, obviously, we go back-to-back divisional rivals. My huge rivals. So, everyone hates the Cowboys. Like, my dad hates the Cowboys. All the old guys hate the Cowboys. I don't hate the Cowboys as much as I hate the Eagles. I cannot see any Eagles. I cannot wait for us to beat them. It's December 26th. It's another day of Christmas, because Christmas will be the day before. We get to watch another day of Christmas, and we get to watch us murder the Eagles again. I think there's going to be a stomping in their home territory. So that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins in a row, putting us in a really good spot for the playoffs. And then I have us playing the Bears. That's the next week. There's going to be a home game, and the Bears, we're going to go back to again. Justin Fields or Andy Dalton or whoever's running that, I don't think is a good quarterback. I don't think our weapons are good as ours. Their running back's not as good as ours. Their defense is really good, but I don't like their offense. So I can consider this another win. So that would put us at Well, I'll just go over the last week game. So the last week game is obviously we're going to end it off with the Washington football team, January 9th, which I love how late we're ending. I want to go as late as possible. But we're going to go January 9th with the Washington football team, week 18. And I think it's going to be a tough game. It's a home game. That offense, again, I don't know where it's going to be at. It doesn't feel right, especially with that defense. It doesn't feel right. Maybe I'll say we lose early in the year and win at the end of the year against them when we play them at home, and we lose them away. So maybe we can go 1-1. So I'll say we're gonna go 1-1 against the football team. You could switch either way. It doesn't really matter. I said we were gonna beat them away, and then I said we're gonna lose home, but it could be either way. It doesn't really matter to me. I think we're just gonna go to 1-1 against them. So that has us going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was going 10-7 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11. All right, I was going 11-6, which should make the playoffs. And again, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I think we could do it, especially because we were so close with so many of these teams. Like the Rams, we were super close with, although I think they're going to beat us, but still, we were super close to them. We were super close to Tampa Bay. We were close to a lot of these teams, especially beating them. And I just think it's, with these new weapons that we have, and if everyone could stay healthy, I think this team is going to be completely different and completely better. I like our odds. I'm not saying this is going to happen. And I can't wait for this to be like, the other way around, let's be 11-6. Well, I don't want it to happen, obviously, but that could also totally be a possibility. And me and my cousin usually do these things alone. Obviously, before we were talking about how we do the drafts together, and we never really recorded, so it's nice to show the public what I think. But me and my cousin would usually go over this and be like, what do we think the NFL, what do you think it's going to be like? And I'll go over and I'll say what it is, and I'll have us going like, undefeated, or not undefeated, but I'll have us going like, I used to be like 13-3, or like 11-6, or 12-4, or something ridiculous like that. And now, obviously, that was before the 17 games. This is the first year they're doing that. So now, 11-6 might be a little preposterous, and it might be. I'm going to text my cousin right now and say that I have us going 11-6. But again, I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see this team play and ball out. And yeah, I hope this is our year. I really need to see the Giants pull it out. But yeah, guys, all right. So I appreciate you guys for listening. What do you guys think? Drop in the comments below what you guys think we're going to go this year. I know I'm going to get a lot of people saying we're going to go 0-17 because I got the haters. And a lot of my friends are not Giants fans, so that's going to happen. But, give me your honest opinion what you think the Giants are going to go, because I have us going 11-6. Can't wait for this season. It's starting soon. It's coming soon. Can't wait. Thanks, guys.